Please subscribe.
The original Honda Insight was a wacky 3-entryway contraption with wheel spats. The second-age Honda Insight was a 5-entryway hatchback that, notwithstanding being the most economical half-and-half available when it propelled, never made up for lost time to Toyota's stalwart Prius. Third chance for the win, correct? Presently an otherworldly successor to the suspended Civic Hybrid, an opening into the lineup between the Civic and the Accord, the Insight takes the best pieces of the two vehicles and infuses them with a portion of green cred that is difficult to beat. What's more, not normal for the most recent Prius, you can take a gander at it without your face going all Raiders of the Lost Ark and self-victory. The Insight shuns any of the Civic's visual eccentricities for a plan that Honda accepts will help extend its intrigue. Given the amount of chaotic situation the Prius is presently, and how polarizing the Civic's structure can be, I think Honda made the correct move. The front end obtains enough from the clarity structure without getting excessively bizarre, and its car outline has somewhat of a flawless fastback shape to it. Inside, there's the perfect measure of peculiar. My touring trim analyzer's 8-inch infotainment screen glides, sure, however there's as yet a whole dashboard behind it. Switching gears requires pushing or pulling catches as opposed to moving a switch, yet it becomes muscle memory rapidly. Something else, the seats are steady and the tall enough glass offers a lot of forward and parallel perceivability. I was wanting for an increasingly broad view through the rearview reflect, however. There's no space heating battery bump in the storage compartment, which implies you get either 14.7 or 15.1 cubic feet of payload space, contingent upon the trim, precisely equivalent to the Civic sedan. It's not as much as the Accord offers, obviously, however it is sufficiently voluminous to house an entire family of staple goods with space to save for a Goliath sack of canine nourishment. Stowing away under the Insight's sheet metal is a 1.5-liter Atkinson cycle gas motor putting out 107 pull and 99 pound-feet of torque. Hurl in 2 electric engines, and you have a mixture stew putting out a net 151 torque and 197 pound-feet. It may take some fiddling through modes and disregarding your reptile cerebrum's considerations on motor commotion to understand everything, except once you do. It's very fulfilling. There are 4 drive modes on offer: Normal, Sport, Eco and Ev. Notwithstanding the speeding up punishment, I invested almost the entirety of my energy in Eco mode, which expands power just activity. Ordinary mode penances economy for a progressively Civic-like increasing speed. Game, then again, makes the motor fire up higher for longer without delivering any considerable execution additions, and it really utilizes the speakers to make the motor stronger, so I discovered it was best overlooked. A little battery implies you'll watch the charge check drop shockingly quick, yet having a couple of miles of just activity without paying for a module half-and-half arrangement is as yet decent. The F button gives you a chance to pick one to give the battery a chance to do its thing alone. Yet there's no hold mode to guarantee you have charge when you need it. The motor will kick in with scarcely any inclination, meaning the lodge. However, since it's not associated with the wheels, the fires up will rise and fall freely of the vehicle development, which takes some becoming acclimated to. At higher fires up in any mode, the motor is shockingly uproarious, however that is my solitary genuine protest about how the Insight drives. Regardless of whether out and about or the throughway, the Insight's ride is essentially equivalent to the Civic's, created without being excessively hardened. It gobbles up potholes easily, and if for reasons unknown you need to participate in some energetic driving, it won't fall into a jumbled stack. Regenerative braking has 3 distinct qualities, which can be balanced with the oars behind the controlling wheel, and I truly preferred the consistent change from regenerative to erosion braking. The EPA rates the Insight touring at 51 miles per gallon city and 45 miles per gallon roadway, yet I had the option to meter and beat the base Insight's appraising of 55 miles per gallon city and 49 miles per gallon expressway with minimal cognizant exertion. Utilize the F button at the correct occasions, and you will thump on 60 miles per gallon entryway. Since I was driving the top trim inside Touring, my analyzer was fitted with Honda's most recent tech. However, Honda is great at democratizing its tech nowadays, particularly security frameworks. All Insights gain versatile journey power, programmed crisis braking, forward crash notice, path keep help and traffic sign acknowledgement. The main framework that annoyed me was path keep help, which I discovered excessively proactive, yet a solitary catch press turns it off. Higher trims get some additional treats, as lane watch. Accessible on X and Touring trims, Lane Watch adds a camera to the traveler's side mirror that fills the infotainment screen with what's in your vulnerable side when you enact the blinker. It functions admirably because of its unmistakable picture, and it very well may be enacted independently to help parallel stopping, which I truly like. The 8-inch infotainment screen found on the X and Touring trims presents the most recent variant of Honda's infotainment framework. It expels the convenience and client experience niggles that left me feeling cold about the framework's past cycle. This new one is quick and progressively direct. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto joined the party, however not on the base Select trim, which feels like a worth-situated cop-out. Make good for one more membership, and there's a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot heated in, as well. On the off chance that is insufficient screen for you, there's another in the measure group. I like that it gives away of vehicle data, including half-breed framework activity, so I didn't need to squander infotainment screen space on that. The power check that replaces a conventional tachometer made it simple for me to see when I may be inclining a piece excessively hard on the gas pedal. Gambling drawing in the gas motor, the gamification of effectiveness is extraordinary for the sold geek. Honda offers not many bundles for its individual trims nowadays, rather utilizing the trims themselves to separate the substance. I'd stay with my analyzer's dim cosmic blue paint, which is accessible on all Insights. The $24,060 X offers the best worth, packaging the bigger infotainment screen and common luxuries like keyless passage and lane watch. However, I'm a sucker for programmed atmosphere control, warmed power front seats and hot spots, so I'd stay with the $28,090 Touring. That is as yet thousands beneath the normal exchange cost for another vehicle in 2018. The Insight has a reasonable barely any contenders with different favorable circumstances and impediments. The Toyota Prius top trim is more costly than the Insight Touring, and it's revolting, however EPA-evaluated mileage is better. The Hyundai Ioniq resembles a vehicle, and its top spec is less expensive while likewise offering relevant economy, on paper, in any event. The Kia Niro is progressively costly and less effective, yet it's nearer to the hybrid body that everyone appears to need nowadays. Frankly, the greatest reason for worry with the Insight is simply the market. Car deals have slipped definitely as purchasers have moved to hybrids. Gas isn't as modest as it once seemed to be, yet it's economical enough to keep buyers in thirstier vehicles. The 2019 Honda Insight has a lengthy, difficult experience in front of it, yet on the off chance that any half-and-half vehicle can prevail in this market, it's this one. It looks great without being shouty, it drives serenely, it has a lot of family-accommodating tech and it'll return damn close to 60 miles per gallon at best. It's extraordinary compared to other sub-$30,000 vehicles you can purchase, full stop.